Big Ed's Super Saucer. Wonderful ice cream sandwich that I made a video on about 3.5 years ago, and I figured I would do a follow-up video on it because I've got some information. What's crazy is it took 3 years of being on the internet to get somebody out there to respond to this video that knew a little bit about what's going on. I'm extremely grateful for that, obviously, because honestly, these ice cream sandwiches were like crack. So I've been on a mission to find out what happened to this ice cream sandwich for a really long time now, and I think we sort of figured it out. If you don't know what on earth I'm talking about, or you haven't seen the first video, then Big Ed's Super Saucer ice cream sandwiches were these ice cream sandwiches that I first discovered personally back in the 90s, and then they sort of disappeared right around the year 2000. They just disappeared, and I have really like fond childhood memories of these silly little ice cream sandwiches, and I would always go into these gas stations or convenience stores, I guess that's the same thing, but seeking out these ice cream sandwiches, and we would eat them on road trips as kids and all this kind of fun stuff. And then one day they just disappeared and they became really hard to find. In fact, later on in life, I have actually had dreams of finding these ice cream sandwiches and going berserk because they were like really old or frostbitten, but they were like hidden away in the back of a freezer for a really long time, and I was like this explorer in my dream, and I found them and I discovered them, and I was like, yes, they're still around, but they're really not. So as it turns out, a wonderful person commented on my video, and I don't know his name, but I'm going to show it in the next piece here, and he tracked down, I guess it's the company that bought Big Ed's, and they have plans to do something with it. They still own the rights to it. The name to the Big Ed Super Saucer or whatever. Since my original video, their website has gone down. I believe it was bigeds.com, but now if you search for like Big Ed's ice cream sandwich or Big Ed Super Saucer on Google, my first YouTube video will actually come up first, and bigeds.com just doesn't exist anymore. But it looks like the Far Candy Company now owns the rights to it, or something like that. And anyway, as you'll see in this next little bit, basically, they are planning on making some sort of a cool ice cream sandwich as of the first of this year. And now it's, of course, January 18th, 2017. So maybe 2017 will be the year of the return to the Big Ed's. All that being said, it's a company based out of Idaho Falls, Idaho, which is kind of funny because I was wanting to move to Idaho about a year ago, but things did not work out for that. Idaho Falls, Idaho, that's where they're based out of. I'm going to show you a little screen clip of basically their Facebook page, all, you know, public domain stuff that you can check out yourself because it's available to the public. I'm just pointing it out to where the conversation took place, where something might happen maybe with these wonderful ice cream sandwiches. Maybe you can find them and say something to them too about, hey, get them back. That would be super cool, and they'll see that a bunch of people want these things. The only downside I can see is that they're a smaller ice cream company, and they're from Idaho, so they're probably not going to be in stores that are around here. All right, so now that my family's distracting me, I'm going to go ahead and end this video because I don't really know where I was going with that. But I'm going to end it on the showing of the Facebook stuff and the stuff that might happen. Oh, I think I was saying it's a small little company based out of Idaho, so chances of them being all over the place, including California and Oregon, where they were when I grew up, I don't know. We're going to say hopefully it's not slim and that it's a good chance and that I'll actually be able to eat one of these things again before too much longer, but we'll see. Thanks everybody for your kind comments and for everybody who's pointed me in the right direction to try to figure out what's happened to these wonderful ice cream sandwiches, and you guys have a wonderful day. All right, so the name of that person that I couldn't remember, we're gonna go find him. But here's that Facebook page that I was referring to. It's called, you know, Far Candy Company, Far Candy Co., and you can find them right on Facebook. And basically what happened here was one of these people that we're going to go see his name really quick, but he's down in the comments on my original Big Ed's video, made a comment about, you know, finding the company that bought out Big Ed's or that owned the name rights to it or something like that. So basically I'm just going to go show you really quick where that conversation is, and you can see it. So basically you can just scroll down, you can go to visitor posts. Of course, if you're doing this from a phone or something, it's going to look a little bit different. But you can go down here, and then there he is, Stephen Barlock. So as of October 21st, 2016, this was when the conversation started. As you see here, he asked what's been happening with Big Ed's Super Saucer. If you do a Google search, there's a lot of people wondering what happened to you know, wonderful, fantastic cookie sandwich. And I was one of them. I was the one that put the video up on YouTube saying, yeah, what the heck happened to this thing? So the company responded and said, checking with Kevin, stay tuned. And I guess Kevin's the big guy there at FARS who knows all the ins and outs of what's happening here. So I was like, hey, yeah, same here. I always wondered what happened to it. They said that their plan is to start the process after the first of the year. So that means now, because now it's January 18th, 2017, about 3.5 years after I made that first video. They said they researched cookies and what it would take to do a premium vanilla sandwich, but apparently they have the naming rights or some sort of something to do with Big Ed's. I'm a little fuzzy on what happened to it exactly, how Big Ed's came to be part of FARS, or if they always were, or if, you know, it's a little fuzzy. And when all these deals took place, I think it was like way back in the 90s or something, and that stuff just wasn't really all over the internet like stuff like this is today. I mentioned talking about something. Oh yeah, my wife wanted to, she attempted to try to make me something that tasted similar to what those old Big Ed cookies reminded me of, or tasted like rather. And then the same guy who was pretty chill up there goes, a word of caution, Far Candy now owns the rights to the name. So like he thinks I'm trying to do something with the name. Come on, whatever. But this is how you can find them. So just thought I would share that with you guys.